Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to start off with some good news. The Canucks won. Yes, the Canucks actually won a game. They beat the Ottawa Senators 4-3 last night in overtime. Probably should have handled it a little better. We did give the game away a little bit, and having it actually go to overtime probably should have won in regulation, but we got the 2 points, so that's really all that matters. Moving on to other news, Elias Pettersson, his first hat trick in that game, which that's really good to see. It's good to see that our draft picks are actually doing something for us. Up next, the Canucks dealt Anders Nilsson to the Sens that day, so we're going to be getting that new backup goalie so we don't have to strain Markstrom too much. And the Canucks are just 2 points out of the wildcard spots, 7 out of the division, and CBS gives them a 40% chance to make the playoffs. They will look to continue their good run of form against the Canadiens tonight. In soccer news, Chelsea unfortunately dropped points in a 0-0 result against Southampton at home. Probably should have won that game. Man U wins again without Mourinho 2-0 over, I believe it was Newcastle. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Newcastle. But anyway, Burnley in the relegation zone get 3 critical points against Huddersfield Town on the road. And there were draws in this race for the 7th place spot in the Europa League that I talked about last time amongst these teams. Watford and Bournemouth drew 3-3. West Ham drew 2-2 to Brighton. Wolves fell 2-0 to Crystal Palace, so that helps make the race all the more interesting. That and Ajax, they made their first splash in the transfer market by signing Lisandro Magallan from Boca Juniors. In college basketball news, JMU starts conference play tonight against UNC Wilmington. JMU will be looking to return to 500 against the 4-10 Seahawks in men's basketball. That's really all we have for today. Again, no questions to answer yet. If you'd like me to answer any of your questions, please just put them in the comments and I'd be more than happy to answer them. Anyway, moving on to our issue segment for today, where we'll be talking about the U.S. men's national team, which has been a bit of a story and a half since the since the hiring of Bruce Arena. Let's just go through the whole story. So, we fired Jurgen Klinsmann on the back of bad results and hired Bruce Arena. He had some good games, but and by good games, he got good results, but the play wasn't really looking that good from the team. It's like, yes, we were getting these wins, but it still felt like we should have been doing better. And then we kind of got exposed in World Cup qualifying and then failed to make the World Cup. After this is when the whole mess kind of got worse. Bruce Arena was forced to resign after much pressure. Sunil Gulati was forced to not run for re-election, which is kind of a wishy-washy way of kind of avoiding their responsibilities for what happened in 2016. Not 2016, 28, in the run-up to the 2018 World Cup. But anyway, we finally have a new manager. It took, I don't know how long, but we've hired Greg Berhalter. So he was at Columbus Crew and led them to a pretty good season last season in MLS, but it just feels like we're running into the same problems. So we created a general manager position when we elected the new president. So then it looked like, oh, we're actually going to change things. But then the guy they named was a former MLS manager who, with Philadelphia Union, his name's already Stewart. Like, he didn't do much in the MLS. Like, he got Philadelphia Union to the playoffs like once or twice, but it just seemed like a very mediocre. It was no, it didn't. It was a very mediocre hire, and then because of that, we hired an MLS coach, which means we're going to have zero coaching experience against the likes of the top players of the world, and it just looks like we're running into these same problems. Not only that, he's kind of making the same mistakes that Bruce Arena did. For me, my biggest problem with Bruce Arena was squad selection. He selected a ton of players from the MLS, and it felt like that entire era under Bruce Arena, and even now, is just trying to over glorify the MLS, trying to bring it internationally. And that's not what the point of a national team is. The point of the national team is to go and win, like, at least in North America, go and win gold cups, go to the Confederations Cup, go the World Cups, make decent showings, try to win it. And it just feels like the whole thing with US soccer is they're trying to market themselves. And it shows with everything that's gone on in the past few months. They picked someone from within to be the new president. They picked an MLS guy to be the new GM, an MLS guy to be the new coach, who said he hopes the MLS players will form the core of the US men's national team. Just, we have too much of a dependence on the MLS. We have many good players at various clubs in Europe that are strong, and it's like we ignore them when they go overseas, and it's just kind of a mess right now. But anyway, if you have any opinions on this issue, please drop them in the comments below, and please like and subscribe. Let's get this channel growing. And again, the guest appearance application is being worked on. That will be put in descriptions once we get that up and running in Harrisonburg. But yeah, that's all I had for today. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.